Picture this. A classroom full of children in Nigeria. Bright eyes, eager minds. But here is the twist. Many of them are unable to read simple sentences or solve a basic math problem. Meet Aisha, a primary 4 learner in Kaduna. She loves coming to school every day, but until recently, she couldn't read a single word on a page. For too long, teaching has been a one-size-fits-all. Same lessons, same pace for every child. And who suffers? The ones who fall behind often never catch up. Now imagine flipping the script. What if teaching started at the child's level, not their age or grade, but where they truly are? That is, teaching at the right level. TAL. And it is shaking up things across Nigeria.
So TAL means teaching at the right level. It is an approach that is accelerated and remediation for children that have missed out on foundational skills in their early days of schooling. We assess children not based on age or grade, but we assess them based on their capabilities, put them into groups, and then carry out activities with them that would help them catch up to where they should be.
Introduced in 2018 and now spreading through states with support from TAL Africa and state governments, the TAL approach is changing the way children learn. It begins with a simple idea. Assess the child, group them by what they know, and teach them at that level. Practical, effective, and it works. Today, TAL is being implemented in Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamfara, Niger, Katsina, Jigawa, Kano, Kaduna, Bauchi, Yobe, Adamawa, and Borno states, reaching thousands of children and giving them the tools they need to master foundational skills. But what does it look like on the ground? We visited 3 states in Nigeria where TAL is rewriting the story of education. In Kaduna, classrooms once left children behind. In 2022, the government partnered with TAL Africa to pilot TAL, and the results ever since have been inspiring. For Musa, sitting in class used to mean copying notes he didn't understand. Today he reads stories with his friends.
What was difficult for me in class was that I had some problems with my spelling. Now, with the help of TAL, I can spell very well now.
Teaching at the right level is one of the intervention programs that is very dear to us. When the program was introduced to Kaduna in 2021, we were actually very excited because at that time, Kaduna State was experiencing high levels of learning poverty.
In TAL, we do assessment, data recording, and grouping. Doing the group work, we give those ones that are struggling their level, activity that is their level, like letter jump, this one. Those ones that are higher level, we give them the one that will sit. And so we'll carry everybody along. So TAL have a way to carry everybody along compared to before.
I feel so relieved because this TAL, I noticed that many of these learners are very interested in learning through TAL. The first time I tried, I noticed a big difference, quite unlike before. When I'm teaching, you see them playing, I will be trying so hard to call their attention. Then with the TAL, I divide them in their various groups. I will notice that each and every one of them is participating fully.
This teacher used to struggle teaching her students in general. But with the TAL approach, he says she is finally able to see every child's progress.
Learners earlier were not able to understand so easily. It takes time. What we are supposed to teach in 2 weeks to make them understand, now with the advent of TAL, we teach them in a single week and they understand.
What I enjoy most about learning in TAL group is that we bring out ideas and pick up the answer. I enjoy subtraction and in English.
In Adamawa, TAL did more than boost literacy and numeracy. It restored confidence. Teachers found renewed purpose and learners discovered hope. Fatima's father says he never imagined he would hear his daughter reading aloud at home.
In fact, the changes are many. He can read simple stories in English. We have never seen this before the coming of TAL.
Teaching was stressful. You will struggle to be able to get the students or the pupils to understand what you're trying to teach. But with TAL, you have so many activities. I can see change, I can see learning, and I can see confidence.
Yes, we have experienced tremendous shift because, the time that in our baseline, we have about 641 pupils that we assist, and most of them are beginners. But this time around, by this inline assessment, we see the drastic changes because most of the pupils that are in the beginner level, they are now in the higher competency level.
Across Nigeria, TAL is proving that big change is possible. In weeks, children who couldn't read are now reading sentences. Learners who once feared math are solving problems with confidence. Teachers are encouraged and motivated with the progress of the children. Communities are hopeful.
Several ways we've been using now is to support government to access funds. From UBEC, advocacy being conducted to several governments to see how they are going to include TAL in their annual budget to solve for funds that will be used in scaling TAL. And so far so good in Kebbi, where we've been able to achieve that.
We are in 11 states in northern Nigeria with an addition to Lagos. We just launched a program in Lagos. And we are implementing in Yoruba, and we're really excited about that. We have reached almost 1 million children so far across all of these states that we're working in. And we've seen at least double improvements in children within 100 hours, of implementation.
The story of TAL Nigeria is not just about classrooms. It is about futures. It is about governments that listen, teachers that believe, and children who discover the joy of learning. For children like Aisha, Musa, and thousands like them, it means that their future is no longer out of reach because every child's learning matters.